You may be asking yourself, where do I get started if I want to implement a preventive fleet maintenance program? Or is focusing on preventive maintenance even worth it? Hey, it's Trent from Whip Around, where we keep the world's fleets moving. In this video series, we're going to answer those questions. We'll talk about the importance of preventive fleet maintenance, the cost of not having a strategy in place, and how to create a plan to protect your fleet and equipment. This is a 3-part series, so be sure to check out parts 2 and 3, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can keep up with all of our content regarding fleet management. Let's start with the importance of fleet preventive maintenance. Most companies operating fleets understand the value of preventive maintenance, but that doesn't mean that they are as vigilant as they want to be. The problem is that daily urgencies often crowd out the upkeep that would make all the difference. And it isn't until a problem becomes a crisis that it gets the attention it needs. Unfortunately, this reactive maintenance ends up being costly for the company. Not only are there financial costs of repairs or replacements, but it also means unplanned downtime, unscheduled time off for team members who use that equipment, and ultimately, missed deadlines. Now a moment of silence for every one of you who can relate to this all too well. Thank you. According to a KPMG study, a single breakdown could cost as much as $3,000. Preventable surprises like this are just too costly to ignore, even if you have a relatively small number of vehicles in your fleet. Preventive maintenance is critical for the success and safety of your fleet. It ensures that your equipment stays in peak condition, operating safely for as long as possible. And we can't forget that it's not only your vehicles that need preventive maintenance. Vehicles like trucks obviously fall under this scope, but it's also important for backup generators, trailers, or any other equipment your organization depends on. Often, preventive maintenance is performed on equipment that's running perfectly. You're not reacting to problems, you're stopping them from occurring by planning around the expected lifespan of individual components. The goal is to keep everything operating at peak efficiency, which means replacing parts that wear easily, making minor adjustments, and keeping everything cleaned, oiled, and working efficiently. The challenge is that it requires you to spend time and money on equipment that isn't having problems yet. And while most of us would say, yeah, that's obvious, so many companies don't actually do this. You might believe in the value of preventive maintenance, but it gets easy to push off maintenance that isn't immediately crucial. We would argue, however, like many of the fleets that we work with on a daily basis, that preventive maintenance is just as crucial as reactionary maintenance. And fleet preventive maintenance isn't just a good idea, it's a legal requirement. Fleet preventive maintenance is a DOT requirement. Fleet managers are responsible for keeping your vehicles in good working order and ensuring that they're safe to operate. According to the FMCSA, fleet owners and carriers are required to systematically inspect, repair, and maintain all motor vehicles and intermodal equipment subject to its control. Carriers are also required to accurately document their maintenance efforts and to ensure that the records are made available within 2 days if requested. Failure to keep up with these records can not only lead to substantial fines, it may leave you legally liable for expenses incurred in an accident, even if you can't find clear evidence that mechanical failure caused the accident. You must track when you perform any kind of maintenance or evaluation of your fleet and clearly document your efforts. All right, so let's review. Most companies know that preventive maintenance is essential, but many lack a good system to ensure it actually happens. A single breakdown, on average, can cost you around $3,000, and preventive maintenance is a DOT requirement with proof required. Fleet maintenance software like Whip Around can make it easier to keep up with individual reports for each vehicle, scheduling preventive maintenance, and tracking repairs. On the next video, we cover the cost of not having a strategy in place for preventive maintenance. For more information on Whip Around, you can go to whiparound.com. You can also download our 7-step guide to preventive maintenance ebook right now by clicking the link in the description below. And as always, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss new videos related to fleet management.